One day, Thomas and Toby were. One day, Thomas and Toby were running backwards down the line because they were trying to find somewhere safe to stay. So both of them, so they both went down the line, looking for somewhere to stay safe. So Thomas and Toby were looking for Percy, James, and Boko. So then the driver jumped out of his cab, saw that the mail was gone, but they remember earlier they saw Percy passing by. But pretty soon it came back later. And Percy was still passing by, but he said he was okay. So they had to find Percy. So Thomas was looking for. So while Thomas was thinking of a plate, of a nice quiet place. He didn't know. He didn't know that one of the lines. One of the lines were broken. And then it happened. Toby came off the rails. Thomas tried to pull him back way, but then Thomas needed to get the breakdown train. So he said, "Stay safe, Toby." But Toby started he started crying. But when Thomas came back, he did not find the breakdown train, and he found out that Toby fell off the rails. So then the point was fixed, and Thomas was switched to the opposite line because Toby was in the way. So while Thomas was coming down the line, the driver had to get out for a moment to switch the points. But Thomas was so focused on the safe place that Toby and him could go, and they were still searching for James and Boko. But he didn't know that Boko found James, but they would find each other. Thomas went to this line thinking the Raytown train was there, and he was right. It was there. So the driver had to come out of the cab for a moment to see if it was operating. See if it still worked. And the break, and this called the driver found a telephone, so he called the Fat Controller and tell him about Toby's derailment. So the Fat Controller tried to come as soon as he could. But Thomas didn't think he could pull the big breakdown train. But he remembered he did before when he saved James. and he got it branch-like, so he thought he could do it. But it was very heavy, and Thomas was afraid of the railing, cause he didn't want to upset Sir Topham Hatt or Toby or let down any of his friends. So then the driver switched the line, and Thomas was on the tracks. So Thomas started blowing his whistle. So then the driver ran into the breakdown train. Then got Toby onto the breakdown train. But later on, when the driver got back into the cab, he had to jump out to change the point, and that's when it happened. So then Thomas started going backwards on his own. Help! Help, Thomas said. But Toby couldn't do anything about it. So then Thomas switched onto opposite lines. But when Bluebell saw this, Bluebell decided to run after. So the driver got into Bluebell. Bell ran off. So then Bluebell just saw that this was the dead end line. So he was hoping Tom didn't crash off the dead end line. He was hoping nothing terrible happened to him. If you're wondering what happened to Toby, Bluebell found a safe place for Toby. And that was searching for Thomas. And he found out Thomas was derailed off the tracks. And he asked, Thomas, are you okay? Yes, but I don't think I'm be able to get back on the track. Nonsense, said Bluebell. Well, I could get the breakdown train to help you. Okay, but do it quick. Look, I've been here for already 10 minutes. I'm getting really bored and sad and lonely. Okay. So then the driver of Thomas, who was driving Bluebell, was seeing if there was anyone in here, but it was abandoned ever since the power plant went off. So he went to this airport, but no one was there. So he saw there was a phone. So he called the Fat Controller and told him about Thomas's incident. So the driver stopped Thomas' wheels from moving before he started moving on the grass. So we tried moving Thomas forward, but it wasn't working. He was only slipping and ruining his wheels. It was becoming harder for him to move. So Thomas decided to sleep. Decided to take a rest until he came back with the breakdown train. But sooner than he came back with a breakdown train.